correctly answer wins the round.
And so yun, activity ay makulang muna. So yun, bibigyan ko kayo ng papel kung saan bukuin nyo ito. Dito na mula kay Apple hanggang kay Angeline ay siyang group 1 at kay Maricar hanggang kay Trisha ang group 2. Para masagutan natin yan, ay bibigyan ko kayo ng katanungan kung saan ito yung group 1 ay number 1 at yung group 2 naman ay sa number 2. Maaari niya nang simula. Kung sino yung unang makakatapos niya, pupunta lang sa harapan yung representative at sabihin yung kasagot. Tignan natin. Sa number 1, and sa number 2, tayo sa niya. Teacher training. Yung teacher training. Dahil nauna kayo ay may papremyo kayo ng Now, our topic today is Safety and Information and Communication Technology or ICT. Pag sinabing ICT, ito na yung covers all technical means used in information and communication. This includes both computer and network hardware. Basta yung include sa mga software na introduction natin. This presentation explores the importance of ICT safety in education, focusing on the implementation of policies to address cyberbullying and create safer online learning environment. The objectives natin, maaari ko bang basahin ni Trisha?
Objective. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to describe the implementation of the ICT policies in teaching learning, know and understand existing and planned national policies related to ICTs in education.
Base pa lang dyan sa ating objectives ay mayroon na tayo. Dyan na natin malalaman kung ano ba or ano ba nga ba ang matatalakay natin sa ating lesson. First, the ICT integration in education, the approach. ICT integration aims to shift from teacher-centered instruction to a learner-centered approach, empowering students to actively participate in their learning journey. Sa approach kasi, ito yung dati, ito ay tinatawag na teacher-centered instruction. Dahil sa pagbabago or nababago na, ito ay tinawag na learner-centered approach para mabigyan ng power yung mga students na gumamit na or makipag-participate in their learning journey gamit ang ating ICT. Sa opportunities naman, while ICT offers immense potential, its effective integration requires careful paggamit natin dito para ma-support natin yung base growth level natin. Next is Hodge and Smith 2001 suggested 5 successive phases of ICT implementation representing different levels of ICT transformation of the educational and learning processes. This includes the first one, incidental use. The initial phase, individual isolated use of ICT by individual teachers often without a coordinated approach. Dito naman yung kung saan ang paggamit ng ICT, paggamit ng mga teachers sa ICT ay limitado lamang at hindi sila nakikipag-coordinate para gamitin ito. Sa pangalawa naman, increase awareness. As awareness grows, ICT relevance is recognized at all levels, leading to increased investment in hardware and infrastructure. Dito naman yung tumataas na yung kamalayan natin sa edukasyon ng ICT na kung saan marami na tayong nalalaman tungkol dito sa paggamit pa lamang ng mga ICTs. Third is the coordination and support. Focus shifts to coordinating ICT efforts, providing technical support and developing school-level ICT plans. Dito naman yung may support ka na paggawa ng mga plano upang sa gayon ay mapataas natin yung level natin sa pagpaplano or sa paggawa ng ating ICT or sa ating technical na support natin. Fourth is the didactic innovation. Emphasis is placed on integrating ICT into teaching and learning practices, promoting innovative pedagogical approaches. Pinag-aaralan dito yung saan nakafocus ang ICT sa pamamaraan na edukasyon. ICT integrated learning, the ultimate goal is to achieve ICT integrated teaching and learning that is independent of time and place, offering flexible and personalized learning experiences. Dito naman yung nagbibigay sila ng flexible at personalized na karanasan sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral. Overall, sa lima ay successful ICT integration in education requires a strategic approach that includes ongoing professional development for teachers, adequate infrastructure, the school curriculum design. And next is the cyberbullying or the concern. This means, ano nga ba yung kadahilanan or reason kung bakit may cyberbullying tayong tinatawag? Wala? Melody? Ano yung reason kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng cyberbullying?
Siguro po is lack of discipline sa mga bata po. Kaya nangyayari po yan kasi may mga bata na hindi po matulog yung mga magulang.
Bigyan naman natin siya ng isang bagsak. Abigail, may idea ko ba? Ayun. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a serious issue that can have a devastating impact on children and adolescents. It involves using ICT to deliver hurtful messages, often anonymously, causing psychological stress and affecting academic performance. Dito pala sa cyberbullying kasi ito yung serious issue. Maraming nakakaranas ito sa atin dahil sa mga minsan yung mga iba ay may karanasan sa ating physical na anyo at doon malamang ay nabubuli na tayo. Kaya, impact of cyberbullying academic performance. Cyberbullying can lead to decreased concentration, avoidance of experience anxiety, depression, and social isolation affecting their overall well-being and mental health. Dito naman naapektuhan na sila sa kanilang social and emotional. Dahil doon na nagkakaroon na sila ng anxiety, depression, and social isolation. Minsan hindi na natin sila nakakausap.
Sa career prospect naman natin ay aspect namin dito ang increasing important and modern careers. Cyberbullying can create careers academic and professional success. Dahil dito na, pumapasok na lahat yung dalawa, yung academic performance and social and emotional lahat natin dito sa career prospects natin. Dahil kapag dito sa career prospects natin ay makakapekto na sila sa pagtungo nila sa kanilang career. And for the next is
apply sa group money natin. So, ako naman ipagpapatuloy ang nasimulan ni Ma'am Jenny. May idea ba kayo ano ang cyberbullying? Yes, Abby?
So, cyberbullying is done with bullying by sending messages na gamit ang mga social media or mga emails like that para mag-bully sila ng mga tao na kahit hindi nila kilala or kilala naman.
Ikaw din si may dadagdag ka ba about cyberbullying? Okay. Ako, pwede mo bang basahin kung ano yan sa
Addressing cyberbullying, policy measures. Governments and organizations are implementing policies to address cyberbullying, including appointing independent regulators, enforcing mandatory duties of care for social media companies, and imposing hefty fines for non-compliance. Education and awareness. Raising awareness about cyberbullying, promoting responsible online behavior, and providing resources for victims are crucial steps in creating safer online environments. Support and intervention. Providing support services for victims of cyberbullying, including counseling, legal assistance, and online safety resources is essential for their recovery and well-being.
Ayan, thank you, Apple. Sa tatlo na to, nagpapakita ng tatlo natin na paraan na kung saan nilalabanan natin ang cyberbullying at mas ligtas na paggamit ng internet. Is safety to first. First is prepare. Schools need to develop policies and procedures to prevent and respond to online safety issues, including cyberbullying. Second is engaging with students, parents, and staff to promote responsible online behavior and create a culture of respect and safety is crucial. Third is educate. Providing education and training on online safety, cyberbullying prevention, and digital citizenship is essential for all members of the school community. And the last, response. Having clear procedures for responding to incidents of cyberbullying, including report, mechanism, investigation, and support for victims is vital. Sa kabuuan ng apat na ito, mahalaga ang papel ng mga paaralan na kung saan upang mapanatili natin ang paggamit ng digital na nakapalitig sa mga mag-aaral. Next is creating safer online. Maaari mo bang basahin, Adelba?
creating safer online environments. Creating safer online environments requires collaborative environment between schools, parents, students, and community members. By working together,
responsible online behavior and providing support for victims, we can create safer online environment for all learners. Mahalaga ang paggamit ng ICT. Sinasabi dito na mahalaga ang paggamit ng ICT sa mga edukasyon. Dahil nakakatulong ito sa pag-aaral. At para maging epektibo at ligtas ito, kailangan may maayos na plano, sapat na puhunan at malinaw na pag-aaral. Isa sa mga problema dapat natin iwasan ay ang cyberbullying. Upang maiwasan ito, kailangan bigyan ng suporta ang mga biktima. Maganda ang dulot ng teknolohiya sa mga edukasyon, pero dapat itong gamitin ang tama para maging ligtas at produktibo. May permission na. Naiintindihan niyo ba ang lesson class? Yes. Kung gayon, bring out one portion of paper. Sabi na, para matapos na tayo ng klase. Okay na, class?
Okay na.
Okay na po. Tayo na. Which of the following is not a common type of malware? A. Virus. B. Worm. C. Trojan. C. Firewall. Next na ba? Next na. Sorry naman nilang ka A, B, C, D. Next na. Thank you.